I'm out here with Sam. We're out at One Green World, and Sam, on everybody's mind, there's these dry summers we seem to be having, and how do we garden and how do we change our landscaping to kind of adapt to these drier summers? And you have a great display garden out here at One Green World, and it's a very Mediterranean theme, which is kind of very typical of what we might be looking at in years to come. So there's a lot of things that we can do in our Mediterranean gardens. Why don't we talk about some of these cool plants that you have in here?
Yeah, totally. So a lot of it, there's not a lot of edible plants that fit into the Mediterranean no summer water landscape, but one of them, of course, the classic fig, is one of our favorites, and one that we have maybe too many varieties of here. And so when we're planting these, we're thinking of the hydrosome, what else goes around it. And so we got to plant other dry summer plants, because if you water a fig in summer, it gets watery, it doesn't taste as good, it won't be as sweet.
Right. So it's important to make sure that what we're planting is all compatible together for water needs.
Yep. Even though sometimes I'll fudge it a little bit, but it's nice to have all your dry plants in one place.
Okay.
All your wet living ones in another place.
And you were saying, figs. I didn't realize you were saying you grow up to 150 different varieties of figs.
Yeah, we only have, I think, 50 in stock right now, but there's just too many good ones from all over the world, too many wild seedlings that we found all over the place. And so I don't know, it's hard to get rid of the...
Right, I mean, they're great. Yeah, so figs are definitely a great plant. We can do stories on just figs, but we'll continue along with some of your other great Mediterranean plants.
Yeah, so we kind of... I don't like to water or weed out here because I don't come out here as often as I'm back in the rest of the nursery. So if we can have dense ground covers covering everything, and things that are blocking out weeds, like allelopathic leaf litter, like cistus, the rosemaries, the sages, the lavenders, it just makes it a lot easier. I haven't had to weed this once this year.
Sure. And there are a couple other, fun, there's a lot of color and texture you can add into here. So what's a couple of the other ones that we're
so we got the Olerias from New Zealand that always have a very cool, unique texture to them. There's the Leptospermums, the tea trees. This is one that actually grows all over the ground and is evergreen, and you can smell the foliage on it. It's just like the tea tree you might have in soap or something like that.
Fragrance.
And other things that are native to that part of the world, like Mediterranean fan palms, the Mediterranean myrtle, and of course the olive. Can't have Mediterranean.
And you guys are growing several different varieties of olives that are actually hardy here for the kind of the northwest climates.
Yeah, we've trialed a lot of them, and some of them ripen a little bit later, but we found a good few dozen or so that are really cold hardy.
Right. And as far as getting fruit, everybody really wants the olives in the fall. Are we going to get the fruit?
It looks like it this year. I mean, especially with 2 heat waves that broke our previous record, I think.
Right.
I think we'll get them to ripen.
Might actually get together. And then you got a couple other goodies up here that we were
things from not quite as dry parts of the world, but places like Chile where they get a pronounced dry summer. So the Chilean guava is one that is just so easy to grow and so delicious, and most people have never tried it before.
Right. What does the berry taste like?
Everybody often says it tastes like strawberry Pop-Tarts, but without all the processed sugars and everything. And everybody touts it as Queen Victoria's favorite berry for whatever that's worth.
Interesting. And you have a few different varieties here.
There's 4 different varieties in this bed. We're trialing for cold hardiness, for productivity, for flavor, because they can sometimes be on the cusp of cold hardiness.
And I think that's, you mentioned, that you're trialing them out here, and I think that's important for a lot of people to know that, the plants that you are selling out here, you guys are actually growing and trialing to make sure that they do work here in our landscaping.
We want to kill them on our time before we present them to you.
Right. So they know when they come out here and you're selling them a plant that it's something that's actually going to live.
It made it through this temperature.
Live and thrive here. Yeah. So if there are tips to people that are wanting to create a garden like this, as far as the care or maintenance that they're going to need for when they're planting, or the maintenance during the summer.
Yeah, I think some people just can't not water. They just want to water their garden no matter what. So it's hard to say, hold back on the summer water. Some of these things will actually die if you give them too much water. But also don't be afraid to water them to get them established, and make sure you're picking plants that are all wanting the same water needs.
Right. So your staff out here is all very knowledgeable. You have this amazing selection and variety of just these unique and unusual plants. So make sure you come out to One Green World and talk to Sam and the staff and learn about what you can do in your gardening to have this Mediterranean feel, and what will work here in the Northwest. So make sure you visit their website or go to gardentime.tv and we'll click you over. So Sam, so it's a wealth of knowledge and information when we come out. We appreciate it. So
Thanks,
thank you.
Ryan.